Today, I'm going to show you how to turn one of the most affordable cuts of beef into tender, mouth-watering dinner just by using your slow cooker. Today, we're making a slow cooker London broil. The entire dinner cooks in the crock pot. Let's get cooking. First, we need about 2 pounds of London broil. You can find this at just a regular grocery store, and it is actually one of the cheapest kinds of beef. But trust me, even though it's cheap and it's usually known for being pretty tough, it's not going to be in this recipe. We're going to heat up a large skillet over high heat. Add 1 tablespoon of oil and let it heat up in the pan. We're going to add that London broil right into the pan and let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes to get nice and brown. Then you're going to flip it, and you want that nice, beautiful color. So keep it on high and keep an eye on this. This is what's going to add all that extra flavor. Now, while that's cooling, I turned it off the heat to prevent it from burning. We're going to go ahead and peel 6 carrots. We're going to peel and chunk them up. Basically, we're going to get all our veggies together. Now, this is going to be opposite of what you're probably thinking, or maybe what your grandma does. Like normally you put the roast at the bottom and the veggies on top, but we actually think for the best tender roast, we want to put the veggies on the bottom. Not only does that help your roast get nice and tender, but it also helps flavor all of your vegetables. It's a great way to add flavor without having to add any extra ingredients. After you get them all peeled, we're going to cut them into chunks. I just like to trim off the 2 ends and then just a couple inches, and right into the crock pot it goes. So what's really important is using a really good knife. This is the knife we recommend. It's very affordable. And we want to keep these veggies big so they don't turn to mush while it's cooking. That's the trick, is just making sure you have them in big enough pieces so they will stay firm throughout the cooking time. And then place those carrots at the bottom of the crock pot. Then we need 1 onion, and we're going to slice it. You can also chunk it if you want to. Don't skip the onion. The onion actually adds a lot of flavor to your broth to make that delicious gravy. Now also remember, guys, all of our recipes are at eatingonadime.com. If you don't know who I am, my name's Carrie. I've ran this website of sharing budget-friendly recipes for over 14 years. Now we don't need thin strips because we want them to hold up, but just pretty thick, maybe a 1/2 inch thick strips. And we're gonna place these into the crock pot. I just like to separate them. You don't have to be perfect because the crock pot does a lot of the work. Now remember, you can grab the full recipe at eatingonadime.com, or we have it linked in the description, plus everything that we're using today. Next, we need 1.5 pounds of baby potatoes. I love using baby potatoes in any roast recipe because if you've ever had your grandma's roast, they tend to be very mushy potatoes. This prevents that. You don't have to do anything. You just throw them in the crock pot. We're using Yukon Gold, but I've also used this recipe with like the baby red potatoes, and those are delicious as well. Now we're going to add that beautifully browned London broil right on top. Then sprinkle with a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Then we need 1 whole teaspoon of salt. And then we need 3 cloves of garlic minced, but today I'm cheating because I'm feeling extra lazy and we're just doing minced garlic. It's okay, it's still gonna taste amazing. Now you're gonna need a small bowl. This is where we're gonna make the yummy sauce, okay? So we need about a tablespoon. Love these measuring spoons. This side is dirty, so I'm gonna use the other one. Remember, we have that linked as well. Toss that right into the bowl. Then we're going to add in a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and some soy sauce. And then whisk this all together to get that brown sugar incorporated. And then we're going to add in 1 cup of beef broth. You could do water, but the beef broth is really going to add the flavor. Then we're going to pour this right around the roast onto the vegetables. Now here's an extra tip for more flavor is you can actually take that beef broth in this mixture and deglaze the pan behind us and easily just add a little bit more for a little extra flavor. Then we're gonna cover and we're gonna cook this on low for about 6 to 8 hours. I like to be closer to the 8 hours anytime I'm using a roast. Now, I love cooking any kind of roast on low. You can do high, but I just don't feel like you get the best like tender beef when you're cooking on high. So here, start this in the morning and cook it low and slow for the best tender beef. Trust me, it's worth the wait. Now, I do want to talk about my crock pot. Any crock pot will work for this, and even a multi-cooker would be great since we browned the beef. Today I'm using my beautiful brand crock pot from Walmart. I will have it linked for you as well, but I love how big it is and honestly how it looks so pretty on my counter. And since I'm obsessed with crock pot recipes, I love something that I can just leave out and it's decor too. And that's how easy it is to get dinner done. I'm gonna go throw these in the dishwasher and I'll see you in a few hours. It's been several hours and I just checked it out. It's amazing. Now, we're gonna thicken the sauce. This is our little trick, our secret tip that's not so secret because I'm about to tell it to you, to thicken the sauce to make a gravy in your crock pot. So we're gonna start off with 2 tablespoons of cold water. Make sure it is not like hot. You don't wanna mix cornstarch with a hot liquid, which is why we're mixing it together. It'll just get clumpy. Then we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is our thickening agent. Very important that we mix it with cold water first. Now I'm just gonna take the cutest little whisk ever and whisk it together. So we wanna whisk this together until it is well combined before adding it in. I just wanna reiterate that's super, super important. Then it's time to add it in. Oh my goodness, you've got to see. The beef is literally falling apart in the crock pot. Just look, it's literally just falling apart. I couldn't even slice it if I wanted to. That's how tender it is. Then we're just gonna pour it right into the sauce. And then I like to just take a fork or a spoon and just mix it right on in throughout. And then I just turn this on to high and let it cook for about 20 to 30 minutes. If you are in a hurry, you can also pour the liquid out and put it into a saucepan and heat it up on your stovetop, and that will make it ready in 3 to 4 minutes. If you also have a saute feature on your multi-cooker or slow cooker, you could do the same thing by turning on saute, and it'll need about 5 minutes and then until it's nice and thick. Now that the gravy is slightly thickened, I wanted to show you, see how the color changed? It was, when I mixed in that cornstarch, it was a light brown and now it's a darker brown. That gives you a hint of that it's starting to thicken. Now we're just gonna scoop this up. I'm using a slotted spoon and then I have a spoon to scoop the gravy on top. That's just my personal preference. But yeah, oh my goodness. I already tasted the sauce when I was thickening up the gravy. It's so good. I forgot how delicious this recipe is. The flavor of that gravy is unreal. Just a quick drizzle of the gravy and we're ready to serve. Okay guys, let's take a bite. Secretly, I've already been munching on this. It's so good. Oh my goodness. The flavor, so good. This is probably the best roast I've ever had, and that's saying a lot because I have a lot of delicious roast recipes on Eating on a Dime. I just love how using that cheaper steak, there's less fat, which means it's less greasy. It's so good, guys. You have to try it. Make sure when you do, you leave a comment and let us know how you like it. Now, if you love budget-friendly recipes, make sure you watch our next video because I'm having a blast helping you eat well on a budget. Okay, I'm out of here. Don't forget, like and subscribe. I don't want you to miss any more of our videos. And remember, full recipe linked below. Bye, friends. Yum.